So, for YouTube, once again, hello and welcome to our next Rekef League match, and let's just jump into it. My opponent should be ready here. Today we are playing against Aoku and his Ogres, who are, I believe, 2-1-2 overall, so he's in the midfield. And he's getting a bunch of inducements, so let me show both teams again real quick. So first of all, the Ogres, because he did get to do a level up that I now see what he went with. Okay, so first of all, we've got 3 rerolls. We've got 5 Ogres, so he's almost maxed out on those. He just can get 1 more. 2 of which have break tackle, but that's it. And then now he has a diving tackle Noblar. Overall, he's got 13 players. So that's basically it. And as I've also just said, basically, I'm going to keep awareness around because Mighty Blow against the Noblars is going to be useful, obviously, and maybe we'll keep him around indefinitely until he gets another injury and bites the dust or whatever it is. We'll see about that, though. I'm still not sure. I did replace the move busted Underworld Goblin, though, so that we have our entire team available to us and don't have to worry about a player missing. And not that I would have kept him. He would have gotten replaced anyways, and we had 100k, not 100k. Hey God, talking. He had 100. We had 100k in cash, so the 40k for the goblin wasn't that horrible overall. So yeah, he went with, well, he looked at a babe, but he does have 120k in the bank, so maybe he's gonna spend some of his own money to get himself up to, I don't know, extra reroll or a bribe or something like that. Just 30k that he would need to spend there. But let's see what he is going to go with. Oh, really? He goes with Bomber Dribble Snot. Interesting. That's that could be good and bad. It's a star player, of course, and it's a Bombardier, so it's a goblin. Which means he's not very sturdy, but he can throw bombs around the pitch, which is a thing, unfortunately, and we'll have to see what that's gonna be. There he is, right there. Still love the model, that's for sure. And I get to choose, so I go on offense with these guys. So I'm not sure, I didn't show it in the last video, and I think I did the level up in between. We went with Claw on our Troll, after all. For one, it's going to allow him to injure things quicker. We do need the destructive potential on this team, a lot more than we need the guard necessarily. Not that the guard is bad, but being able to hit your opponent harder first and foremost seems like a good idea here. Also, specifically against this team, I mean, the guard against the Ogres would be awesome, of course, but the Ogres themselves are quite the danger, and removing every one of them, or just one, or 2, well, as much as I can get, basically, should be our main goal right now. The Noblars are going to remove themselves. They are armor value 5, they're stunty and titchy. I believe the titchy actually makes them even easier to injure. Or what was that again? On the other hand, yeah, at +1. Dodge rolls? Nope. Oh, so he dodges and everything on a 2+. I keep forgetting about that. He also keeps them very far back. Do not oh no, if you dodge through their tackle zones, it doesn't modify the difficulty. It's so rare that you see that skill. I think only the Noblars have that. That it's I just wasn't quite familiar with it anymore. So, the Ogres, notoriously unreliable. The main issue here is that they have... wait. God. It's... Question is, do we... No. We fly. The big question is... How do we set up here? Got a goblin there, then we put both of these on the outside. I need one here just to remove the tackles on there so that he gets a 2-die block. That's one of the issues right now that we have to work through. Or maybe, can I get all ogres blocked down? So if we start with this one, it's just 1 assist, so we go up to 4, so I would need 2 assists. So I'm gonna move this guy over to here. I'm gonna keep both of them back here. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Put them here and there. Because I don't want to start with the ogre block. That's just an unnecessary risk right now. And they are still, yeah, they're boneheaded. So they're always 2 pluses, okay. So 2 assists, block. If I want to blitz, you know what? Let's do this. We'll switch this, and afterwards we will switch. No, I'm gonna keep the movement 6 guy in there in case I get stuck. And possibly I could still blitz this one if I can make the assists work afterwards. But getting stuck next to the ogres is a potential risk. This we've already said hi. Good luck. Fun. We got an extra reroll, which is lovely as always. So let's go and start to peek at what we can do here to these guys. One might expect we start with this block. Leads to a knockdown, and I am going to disengage from these guys as much as possible. So that's the 2 die that we would need now, basically. I think we are fine to attempt that. Just a push. Let's see. If I go to here, he's 3, 4, 5. If I follow, it would go up to 6. Which is what we need. So sure. The thing is, oh no, this is already you die. Okay, better. Let's see. Other push. That's not that good because now they can easily block down my troll, which I do not like. So I am gonna follow with the Skaven Lineman. It's a risk to take, that's for sure. But I think that should be okay. Let's see, Steve. 3, 4, and the 5 from him. Mostly because I don't want the ogre or the troll to fall down, or he's going to have to commit another player next to here to get an assist, basically. So we'll have to wait and see. And then we get this guy stuck next to this goblin, which works. I could bring in another guy, but do we really need to or want to? I don't think so. So instead we are stay there, and then I'm going to move myself in here for now. Break tackle. Oh no, we do not pick up the ball. So that's kind of a problem because he can definitely get in here. Well, not easily, but he's got an opening to get to the ball. The Noblars are also not that fast, so movement 5 is, well, yeah, horrible. This team is, I didn't even realize that this team is uniformly, is that how you say that? I don't know. The weird way of saying it, that's for sure. Movement 5. The Ogres as well as the Noblars are movement 5, so I am overall just faster than them by at least 1 movement point. Or movement allowance. Correct way to say that? In that case, it actually is. So one thing this team obviously struggles with is every player that actually can do something useful. Well, the Noblars can do useful stuff. I mean, they have dodge and sidestep, but I mean, they're still strength 1 and stuff like that. They have Bonehead, the Ogres do. That is, that's the point I was trying to make. So every action with them requires a Bonehead roll, and if they roll a 1, they, for one, lose their action and also lose their tackle zones. And that makes their team just extremely unreliable. I'm just hoping that we're gonna be fine. and that we can get a player advantage in more than one way. Yep, I mean, obviously he does go for the Skaven here, which was it was a dumb thing to do, and I'm still not sure if it was the right thing to do. He just got stunned, so it's okay, but it's obviously was a bit of a risk. Okay, he goes after my troll. If he decides to blitz the troll, I should probably be happy about it, since he's got armor value 9 and thick skull and regeneration. No, he actually doesn't have thick skull, whoops. But he does have regeneration and armor value 9, while I have lots and lots of armor value 7 and stunty players on the pitch that he could try to go after more, because he's basically after the same thing I'm after, which is removing as many players as possible to get himself an advantage, because that's what these guys need. They need a player advantage in case one of their guys decides to just not do anything. So yeah, we'll see. Right now, he doesn't really want to move out the Noblars. The main issue about these guys is they dodge everywhere on a 2+, thanks to Tichy. And then they have dodge and sidestep. So if you don't knock them down, they just stick to you like glue. And there we go. That's what I meant. Bonehead, Blitz, roll the 1. So these guys do not have Loner, which means if he re-rolls it, it's not going to run into a Loner roll. He instantly gets to re-roll it. So as long as he doesn't roll a double 1, he would have made that Bonehead. But it's also very early to go for something like that, so he's not really interested in it. Something that could be good for us, of course, is this, basically, because usually I don't get to block a whole bunch with the goblins. But these guys are strength 1, so even without an assist, I get a 2 die against them. But if I fail my blocks, I have to weigh if he is gonna sidestep somewhere that I don't want him to. If I fail a block, basically if I just push him around. So we'll have to wait and see about that. But now that he's moved a bunch of these guys forward, hunting season is open basically, and I'm gonna have to go after these guys with my blitzers, since they have block and mighty blow. And then we've got another ogre failing his bonehead roll here. I think what he's going for here is basically trying to get some tackle zones so that I just can't surround them easily or run past them. But he's also exposing the Noblars in the process, of course, which is good for us right now. And right now I think we should try to go in this direction, even though there are more ogres here. We should be able to knock at least one of them down, hopefully. That would be the general idea right now. So what do we start with? So this should be a 3 die already, yes. So it won't get much better than this, which means we'll just start with one of those and see what we can get. We get that, and that's KO number 1, so we get a player advantage. Perfect. Okay. That was kind of an important first step. I think he's just gonna... Well, I think we're gonna move him up 1 more. This one I'm gonna save for later. And if I get the chance, I think I'd like to score with violence and get him on his way to his next level up. So if we can swing it, I'm gonna try to hand off the ball to him in a little while. But let's see. We need to cover the ball. You know what? No. It's gonna be here. And right there. Now we've got a 2 die against this one. Basically, it's gonna push him in here, unfortunately. But we'll see about that. But before I do anything else, I do have to try and go for the ball again. Can't really leave that one lying around a whole bunch, but where do we go with that? I think for now here is good enough. Well, yeah, no, back here is fine. Makes that easier. So what would be next? There is a Noblar behind him, but that would be a 1-die right now, and I don't really want to be next to the Ogre, which means we will do this, and I will take the turnover, because I don't want to reroll this. But I KO'd the Ogre. My god, that's good. Ooh, that was lucky. So we didn't get an injury on the Ogre, but we removed one still. And I think it was, yeah, one of the break tackle ones as well, which is even better. Since those are the ones we really have to worry about. So there we go. Yeah, so as you can see, it's just an 8+ roll, thanks to the Claw and Mighty Blow. In that case, well, yes, because of that. I got confused there for a moment. Because 9+ would usually be a 10+. The Claw brings that down quite a bit. And then we got the 8 on the injury. Basically, well, it's an 8+ because of Mighty Blow in that case, because otherwise we wouldn't have gotten through the armor, something like that, I think so. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, wait, yeah, he can also throw his teammates. Oh, I see. He's gonna... Why is he gonna throw something, though? Why is he not at least activating this guy first? Is he really gonna throw a Noblar now to try and get me here? I mean, if he hits me with this guy, it can actually hurt my player, I think. Yeah. And knock him down as well in the process, of course, so he got stunned. And his guy... Oh, no, his guy got stunned. Mine just got knocked down. Okay, I see. I rarely see the throwing, so I wasn't even aware that this doesn't actually cause him a turnover. Still. That's pretty cool. Let's see, what did he need to... Okay, just a 3+ for the throw, and then he had to land on somebody. He actually... Yeah, he got himself through his own armor, all that stuff. I don't know. Maybe a KO or an injury would have been a turnover in that case. I'm not quite sure how that gets handled. Good, we got lucky there. He didn't get a POW against us. So he's bringing in more Noblars, which is obviously what we want. And we've also got more than enough time. I've got no need to rush down the pitch here. We can switch sides and see where this will lead us. Right now, we do have a bit of an advantage, but I mean, stuff like a blitz like this can turn this around quickly for us. We could lose the Goblin. And he's just got stunned. Ooh, we're getting lucky with our injury rolls against us, but this does bind both of my blitzers right now, which is kind of a problem. Is he actually going to bring in the Noblar, though? He did put him there. Oh, no, he wants to go next to me. See? And he does make it. That is not the diving tackle Noblar, though. Where is that one? The exact. Did I already KO that one? No. That the one that went flying? Where is he? Oh, he's there. Okay. So that is basically part of the issue. These guys can go almost anywhere. Because they dodge on a 2+, they have dodged, so as long as they don't have tackle, they get to reroll instantly, and then, yeah, all of that, basically, as you see. So we're probably not going to move a lot. And that is the diving tackler, so that is much, much bigger... a much bigger problem. Because of the Noblar, I'm not really going to be able to move him around. I should blitz first. I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna focus on blocking, basically. There's no real reason to move yet, and him giving me access to the Noblars, which he needs to do, but that does allow me to make this a lot easier, which allows me to get this assist without the need for the dodge, and then Violence can actually do his 2-die block, which is lovely. And we are just going to push him away. The issue here is that now this guy, or with these guys being here, we need to be careful because I've got my ball carrier right there. So let's take a peek. We're just going to bring him back in there. And I think I want to dodge here. Yeah, good. And we also want to be right there next to him. He's going to blitz in here most likely anyways, and then put the Ogre next to us. But that way I now have my Mighty Blow next to this Noblar here. So there we go. Needs to be good enough. At least he can't really blitz me directly yet. The break tackle guy is still shut out of this. Yeah, and there's that's 4 tackle zones right there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He could do this. 7, so it would be 2 GFI plus. Oh god, it's strength 5, so he dodges into 1 tackle zone on a 2, so it would be a 5+ dodge, I think. But that would require him moving first so that he can actually do that. Oh, you don't want to blitz from there. He wants to set up a serve, basically, but he needs to move in here first. At least that's what it looks like. And as we can see, we are now 3 turns in, and the field has already gone down quite a bit. We've removed 3 players. No injuries yet, which hopefully will come. I'd really like to take this match, or the opportunity this match potentially provides us with, and get some SPP out of these guys. I mean, look at them. They're made for getting punched, basically. But we'll have to wait and see if we can get them. We will or we won't. But, I mean, the removals will come on their own, basically. So yeah, he's setting up the serve there for the next round. I'm actually hoping that he gets a double knockdown here. Nope, he's just pushing me. But here... this guy's just gonna stand up. He needs to dodge him, though. If he doesn't dodge this Noblar, I'm just gonna block here and move myself away from there. Okay, he makes that. Let's see. So the risk that he's running with this is if I can make it work, I'm gonna serve his Ogre now. But I'm not sure if I can do that. I need 2 assists, which right now I could get right here, but if this guy gets to move in with the Bonehead, we never really know until he actually does something. Getting the assists to get this to work is going to be a bit of a pain. That's the... yeah, that's a break tackle guy. So he's already blitzed. I don't know. We'll see where he ends up ultimately. Let's see. And that one works. Oh, really? Not actually a 6+ dodge. It's a 4+ dodge for break tackle to kick in, I think. Because it's still 3 tackle zones right now, but it shows as a 6+ because I think I've got break tackle on optional, which is why it always shows without that, but he doesn't make it. So... still doable, just a little bit harder. I'm hoping that this one works. Okay, it does. My 3-die blocks have been really good so far. Ah, I should have moved out of the way. But I believe we can still make that. Let's see, so that's this now. Is... yeah, I'll move him all the way back to... fine. That's now a 1-die, yes. Means now we get to do this. I mean, I could serve him as well. Should I? Here. Or can I really now with this going on? I don't think we really... I screwed the setup there up a little bit too much. So we can't do that as well. Wait. There and down to here. And then we follow. Then he is going to run up the pitch, but... yeah, no, it's fine. There we go. So there is still a Noblar right there. Let's see if we can get... well, I think we actually should do this. Put ourselves next to the Ogre, because he's gonna dodge out with the Noblar anyways. I assume I could have blitzed with him. Great, that's a bummer. Oh, but doesn't that mean I can knock down the Ogre? Also a no, is it? 2-die against. So we go after the Noblar after all, I think, with this blitz. It's not nearly as good. I completely forgot that I hadn't blitzed yet. But that's okay. Let's re-roll this. And then we still take it. I mean, it's probably still worse for him than for me, because he got stunned and I didn't. But yeah. So, what I don't like about this is, I mean, the removals are nice, but they don't count for anything. I should just run in next round and score, by the way. And then try to score again, but I am also giving him control back of the match, and right now I've got control. I can hit the Noblars that are still there. While if we change this, I give him the chance to knock my goblins around, and he's getting 3-die mighty blow blocks against them across the board as well. So I'm not sure I really should do that. Also, we still have the... I still want to give the ball to Violence, I think. Or maybe we go with Awareness because he's leveling up faster. Even though he's movement busted, and get him Claw next. Then, in that case. We'll have to see about that. I'm really not sure, because I could run this in now and just score. And, I mean, it's 1 GFI as long as I don't screw that one up. We're good to go, basically. But who knows? I'm not sure what the better option would be right now. I'm gonna have to see how my removals work this round. I think I'm gonna take... well... if I score now, I've got 3 turns to try and steal the ball. But if he's caging with these guys, it's so hard to get through. But if he's got 4 turns, it's doable for him to score, but not easy. I think we're gonna try to get a touchdown with one of these guys, which means I'm gonna move them up, make the handoff, and then run it in the turn after. Or I don't know. I think I'm just gonna try and run it in, maybe get an injury with one of these guys. Assuming I can get to one of them. There it is, yeah, okay. That's a goblin, luckily. So we've got dodge, and he doesn't really do much to us. Here we go. Yeah, so far we definitely have the better block die. That's for certain. Let's see. He moves away from our troll again. Boo. I'm not a fan. I don't support such behavior. Also, this leads to me now not being able to use my guys that I want to blitz with to blitz. In that case, I'm gonna risk a troll blitz. Which because I'm stupid and didn't keep a player next to him, we fail. So, yay to me, because I am not smart. Oh, damn, that was a dumb one. So this is potentially kinda risky here. Around all there. Let's do that. It's 1 GFI, but it'll get me a 2-die block. And at least put this guy back into the troll range. And it also frees up him to put over next to this Noblar, because if I now fail the GFI... Yeah, I could have made this a 1-die, but that would have been it. If I now fail this GFI, this guy is the only one that can really get to me. And so we want to shut him out a little bit better. And we obviously fall down. Let's see if we can make it a double one, or if I score now. Okay, there we go. So we're in the lead. And his Ogre stays KO'd. That's perfect. And we are still going to expose all goblins to him, as much as I do not like to do that. It's the right thing to do, unfortunately. So we are. But after that, let's unskill alignment right here. Then we can get these guys set up all the way and back. Well, I think... let's put him in the middle. So now we've got, basically, I've got Mighty Blow counters to him if he decides to go for one of these two guys, which he's definitely going to do. He's got 4 turns to score now. I've got 3 turns to try and steal the ball and score myself against him again. Not quite sure yet how this is going to go. I mean, obviously he still has 11 players. He's still not going to set up Bomber Dribble Slot. That's going to come on his own offense in the next half. Yeah, so ideally, if we can get some permanent removal now, that would be lovely. Kind of getting hung up on that point. But it'll come sooner or later. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Still, just getting this guy off the pitch and keeping him off the pitch now is helpful, since it weakens his offense a little bit. Right now, it's not that horrible, since, or at least for him, because he's still got 3 ogres to block these guys down, and then he has 1 more ogre to blitz with. That's all he basically needs for this turn. But, I mean, he wouldn't complain about his 5th ogre being in there still. On the upside for us, it means 1 more Noblar on the pitch, which means 1 more weak player that we can try to knock around. Assuming my block die stay the same they have so far. So far, we haven't gotten a lot of pushes against them, but always both downs when we had block or just pows. And let's see. Kind of relying on a decent kick here. So that kick is very bad for us, I think. It's right inside his ogres. So if he gets that, he instantly has a cage. It also means he's already halfway down the pitch. He still needs to run quite the distance. But, I mean, I think you can see what I mean. Also, with all the scattering here that this is going to do, in case he doesn't instantly catch it, he has a decent chance of actually catching it instantly. He's got 6 out of 9 spaces occupied right now, where that could go to next. Or 5 out of 8, basically, because if he doesn't catch it, it's 8 spaces it could go into next. We might also still be looking at a touchback, possibly, if it scatters down in my half without him catching it. But who knows? We'll see. Still, I really would have liked a deeper kick. But he just catches it. Okay, well, that makes things problematic. We can hope that at least one of his ogres will fail his bonehead, though. So on the upside, at least, I have a good way of going after the ogres as well. There we go, that's one. In the form of my troll. I just need one assist and then we can blitz one of those guys and go in there. Oh my god, 2 of them rolled a 1. Ooh, god, that is really bad. And I can even use my goblins here, especially troll fodder, to go after them because they're strength 1. So even if he cages, I do still have a strength 2 player to go in there. As long as I remove assists, that is, at least. So I've got no idea quite how he's going to set this up now. And I actually have to, maybe for the first time ever, actually play in this view. And just remove this. Because seeing these guys behind the ogres is kind of difficult. They are so small. It's exceptionally small. So what I'm asking myself right now is, do I go after the ball carrier while these guys are knocked down, or do I just not change the plan and just try to hit a Noblar every turn, basically? Since they are still the ones that are the easiest to do something about and remove. Because we could definitely get an assist there and then dodge in with our goblin. But I would need a POW. So I don't really think I want to do that. Because my chance of getting anything is bad, and he needs to move and fast. Basically, so we probably just want to stick with the plan. And keep going after the Noblars. But first of all, he's gonna move in there. I'm going in against one of these guys. And then, yeah, let's blitz one of the Noblars. Let's see. And that's good enough. There we go. Well, I didn't really need to kill him, but the injury is nice. But he's also not gonna protect him, of course. So I'm gonna do a bit of a risky thing, which is expose him there, which now gives him... he needs one more assist to get that, but he needs to move these guys. Which is why I'm okay with doing that. And putting him up there as well. But only these, both of these with the Mighty Blow. Force him to roll for dodges and all that stuff, and then I am going to go back to being a little bit more defensive about things. So he's gonna go right there. No, the 2 spacing is not necessary there, I think. And he will be back here just in case for the safety. Let's see what he does with that. Because it's very, very difficult for him, I think, here to achieve... Oh, no, he could just throw the Noblar. I keep forgetting about that, and I think that's what this might come down to. Oh, no. That's a reroll. So he goes down to 1 reroll. Good. And obviously now with that already being gone, everything he does is even riskier and not rerollable, obviously. Oh, yeah. Ooh, I see. Going. So did I misplay this? I'm not sure yet. I think I went a bit too aggressive. I should have stayed safer. I shouldn't have pulled him up. Should have kept him back there as well. All things considering, but that's good. Didn't blitz with him, did he? No, I don't think so. We still have access to this ogre, luckily, which is nice, with our troll to try and do something. So one of the best things he might actually be able to do is what he was trying to start here a little bit, which is basically base my guys that can hurt him and move around a bunch, and then run away with one of the other guys. But even my goblins could still get him then, so he's in a difficult position. Once again, I'm not sure if I pointed it out here already, but ogres are literally, I believe, the worst team in the game. They change places with goblins, I think, from time to time, or halflings, one of those two. But they are just horrible. The team is so bad, but I actually want to play them at some point myself. It's going to be infuriating, but it could also be kind of fun, I think. But yeah, they are not good. Especially in a competitive setting. So let's see. We are still looking at the potential blitz here. And let's see. Double ones can happen rarely, but they do. Which is why I based them to begin with, because he can't really get the assist to do anything here. And it's going to make him think twice whether or not he is actually going to do that. Oh, he's trying to get himself a 3-die there, I see. I agree with that. And that probably would risk the dodges as well. I mean, it's a 1 in 36 chance. It's a very, very small chance, but we just get lucky that he doesn't get a good result there and can't actually knock us down. So ball carriers probably end up here somewhere, I think. He needs to move with him. Good thing is he needs to dodge at least once. Goes in there. The thing is, there is definitely ways he can set up, and moving him there might actually be the best thing he can, or the best thing he can do, because I don't think without dodging that I would be able to go after the ball carrier. But let's wait and see what he ultimately ends up doing there. He gets himself an assist, so apparently he does want to block awareness. Okay. Can't get more than 1 die though, so he's just sticking to him. Or he's trying to get as many players as possible on there to keep me from being able to get a 2-die against him. Because now I also only have a 1-die block here, at least for the time being. Wouldn't it be... Yeah, okay, he wants to close down the cage, basically. Which works. What you have to remember is, because they're titchy, this is actually still a 3+ dodge. Which I had basically forgotten until now, but I'm also not sure if I really want to take that one or not. Going in next to the ogre, unfortunately. But it allows me to get a player next to the Noblar here. I mean, I could do the dodge, of course. But I think I'm gonna go in with a goblin in a moment or something like that. So we'll just do this. Let's see, where does he end up going? On there, I see. Okay, and we get a stun. That's it. These can basically already move. I could also go in with him, which I am actually considering. But that now requires this to not be that result. And then I loner. Crap. Okay, so now he's completely out of position. I did get through this guy again, and at least I have a tackles in there, but he has a chance to score this, actually. Because my troll can't get good blocks today. I mean, I'm always getting through his armor, luckily. But that's just not enough in that case. I need better blocks here. I need to... I mean, even just a push would have been enough, I think. Because we could have pushed him down to here. Which would have him allowed to get to there and then dodge in. Without this guy being here. Because then I would have needed to dodge twice. And it would have been a 4+, 3+. So that was the general idea there. It just didn't really work. Also, I can't score anymore. Because I didn't set up a scoring threat. While he has an actual chance to score. Because he needs to get himself in range this round. And then he can run it in next round. The thing is, it's 13 spaces per half, so he is 12 spaces away, which means this guy would need 2 GFIs, and everybody else right now needs, or at least the Nobblers, will need 1 GFI to be able to score. So he needs to do some dice rolling. But all the good guys that I can now use, that's the problem here. The Ogres are, I'm now stuck to the Ogres, which means I can't really go after the ball that easily. So that's the problem that we're having, which I tried to point out earlier. I should have done this differently, but I mean, this was a sound choice. I think it just didn't work out. It's just nothing you can do if your troll decides to roll another attacker down, both down. But, oh well, it's fine. We're still in the lead. Main issue is if he manages to score against us now, that's perfect though. That's also something we now really needed, because now he at least is no longer stuck and I can move him around freely with all of my goblins, all of the other ones. And he is alone next to the Noblar, so that's also an easier block overall. We'll see though. We'll see though what this will be, because I still don't really know where he wants to go. I felt like he would like to go down this way, but now he really can't do that anymore. So we'll see. There comes the ball carrier. Yeah, he's not in scoring range. He made the dodges one by one. He wanted to make sure that he had the built-in dodge rule, otherwise he probably would have gone like this and then GFI'd, because it would, if he fails, he at least fails down here. I mean, we can still get to him, possibly. It's just harder. And down he goes. So that's his last reroll gone, which is good. And there we go. But now he is in range. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means he needs to take no more GFIs. And that's a very big problem. Crap. Need 2 GFIs to blitz him. That's one of his break tackle ogres as well, which is why he blitzed with him. So he's gonna dodge him out now afterwards to here, and then try to block my path. Okay, I can still get a 3-die blitz though. Easier even if he doesn't close this down, basically. But he's only got 1 Noblar left to move, which is this one. And we'll have to wait and see where he goes with him. He could base me, which would probably be the most efficient way of locking me down right now. Or he could just stand in my way here, would also work. Very well. Oh, easy. If that works, that could be bad. Do it though, okay. At least that's what it looks like right now. Yeah, he's really taking the 4 minutes to hard, unfortunately. So that makes it... I apologize if my commentary is not quite up to par right now, because it's at some point, there's just so much speculation about potential moves you can do. Pretty much, and I run out of things to talk about, basically. So, first and foremost. Okay, there's a Noblar there, so that's bad. So he's just going to here. This guy is just standing up, but not doing anything else, I believe. We go there. Go down in this direction, I remember. That's gonna be... Next up is... Because if I don't knock him down, I need another guy there. So this is the blitz, basically. It won't get better than that. So that is the blitz we're gonna take, and we just have to hope that we knock him down. Well, first of all, I need to make the GFI, of course, which we do. And then we also knock him down. Good. Ammo break? Ammo break. Good. So this guy is still in scoring range. The Ogre is still in scoring range. I will not be able to pick up the ball, though. I would need to dodge with him. And that's the question now. I think I'm going to try to get a Goblin in there, and we're going to go after the Noblar. I'm taking that risk. And I'm re-rolling this as well. There we go. Basically the last action anyways. Follow, please. Yes. Otherwise we don't have our opening here. Just get him away from the Ogre in case he would like to blitz there. I don't think he's going to, but you never really know. If I... a dodge... I don't think we... Do I do this, basically? Yes. Nah, crap. Okay, I got you, greedy. Shouldn't have done it. Should know better. So now he can potentially remove all tackle zones. He is out of rerolls, though, as well, or does he have one left? No, he's out of rerolls. He will need a lot of dice here to make this work. I shouldn't have done that. That was greedy. I was thinking that if he manages to pick it up, all he would need to do is one more dodge. While if the Goblin was there, he would need to do 1, 2, 3 more dodges. So we would have increased his... He would have been forced to do 2 more dice rolls. But now, obviously, we weakened our own position there. So that's not really good. But let's see what he manages to do. He just blocks with the Ogre, so he removes the last tackle zone that we had. So now he's 3 plus 2 plus, no, 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus away from scoring. Yeah, I think it's gonna make that. It's at least not that difficult. Yep, pick up, and he falls down. My god, I don't deserve this much luck. And he injures himself. Once again, I don't deserve that. And he doesn't either. At all. God damn, that was so unlucky. I don't even know really what to write there. Yeah. So his Ogre comes back, so now his offense will be stronger again. My KO stays out, which we do not really care about yet, since I do have enough reserve players to begin with. Goblin on the line of scrimmage that actually has skills that, or SPP. I mean, none of my goblins really have SPP yet, which is just as well. I mean, we could use more goblins with 2 heads, but the important players are the Skaven and the Troll. They are the ones that should get the SPP. So, good thing is we're still on the lead. We're still both able to field 11 players. Now we are going to see some bombs throwing around, though, which could be bad. If he manages to instantly throw a bomb in here, basically, it works like a mini fireball, something like that. He could also blow himself up, and adjacent players, obviously. So we'll have to wait and see what that will bring, but it's kind of unpredictable. Oh my god. Really? Lovely. So this is good and bad, obviously. I could also go after an ogre instead. Ah, do I want to hit an ogre? No, I really want to blitz one of these guys. It's a GFI, which is the problem, but I think we want to do that. And the rest is just not gonna move. Well, maybe this goblin. But we have to go big pressure instantly if this allows me to remove a player from the pitch instantly again. I wouldn't mind. Follow. Didn't get through. So that's the question now, though. Do we do this, basically? Because depending on where it scatters, I could already have a tackle zone on the ball. But I think we don't want to overcommit on this. So I am going to change our defense a little bit, though. Let's do this. We're going to move the troll to here, so if he blocks and he follows up, he's next to our troll afterwards. Gonna be there. There's where he's going to go, and I'll put the goblin behind the troll to save. There we go. And these guys I'm still gonna keep in the back. Okay, scatter actually would have been in a position where we could have covered this, but I'm not sure if we would have gotten there to begin with. But now we've already got 2 Skaven in position to pressure this, so he needs to orient himself very defensively to keep me out of this in case he fails his pickup. So let's see what it'll be. First of all, he starts with a knockdown against our goblins. So far, really, our goblins have been real troopers. I mean, we've got 1 stun, 1 KO, but that's it. So I really shouldn't talk about this because then obviously it's gonna happen again, but well, too late. So now we're at a 1-player disadvantage again, but so far that's okay. Of course, that's a push because he's not going to take the both down. And what else are you going to do, though? Question is he gonna throw a bomb or try to throw a bomb this round? Is he really gonna try to pick it up without covering the ball first? Could happen. Don't think it's the smartest choice if he does that. He should use the Noblars and then just run through and try to get to over here. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe to there, and set up some players here though to lock me out so that I can't easily get there. That would probably be the best way to handle that, I assume. That works for now. It's a bit riskier and it doesn't actually actively cover the ball, but I assumed the blitz was gonna go in this direction. Ooh. It was a kind of close one. Let's see. Perfect. I'm not sure why he didn't follow there, though. Does he want to... Oh, he's confident. Okay, I see. Not sure if it's the right thing. Let's see if he makes the pickup. Because if he makes the pickup, it's okay to pull him forward. But I probably would have just followed in and locked both of these guys down. Yep, and now this becomes a risk. Especially since he's got jump up, he doesn't really want to just keep him there. But now this whole situation changes, of course. Let's see. I don't think we really need to pick up the ball right now, necessarily. Wait, no. 2 die. That's the 3 die. Because he's giving an assist. I'm just gonna put my Skaven next to the ball and be generally annoying about things. We're gonna ignore the Ogres in front now and try to hit the Noblars even harder. So I am going to bring in as many of my guys as possible. Also just the guys that can actually pick up the balls with sure hands. We'll get those in there now. I'm still gonna keep Bill back there though, I think. Just the one lone guy out on defense, basically. At least he's got wrestle. Oh, and I fall down. I am gonna reroll this one though. I think we're okay to do that. Keeps us next to the Noblar and keeps him standing. Also allows me to dodge these guys out. The bigger question is, do I go for the 1-die block against this Ogre? Because it won't get better than a 1-die, and if I don't, he's gonna get a 2-die block against me in just a moment, I think. So we spread this out a little bit again, so we're gonna do this. And it's once again a both down, let's see. Okay, this time it hurts me. Well, it hurts us both, so we're both stunned. It's okay-ish. Could be worse. Considering how this looks like right now, it's pretty okay. Definitely better than an attacker down. That's I think that's a statement that's never wrong there, basically. But let's see. Now, I mean, me dodging now also allows him to move the Ogres back though, but I mean, it's his offense and I'm pressuring the ball quite a bit, and even if he manages to get it after all, he's still deep in his own half, and that's gonna mean he takes a long time to make this, to get to score, as long as he doesn't decide to throw a Noblar, which could cost him the ball again, so I'm not sure that's gonna happen. Let's just see what he ends up with and try to play to our strength. He's going for a bomb throw? He's going for a bomb throw, and I actually caught the frickin' bomb. There we go. Finally clicked the right button. So he gets to intercept since this is a pass. But since it counts as a bomb and I'm trying to get a good roll, I hope this works. This would hit all 3 Noblars here, basically. And that's a turnover. I'm a bit confused why that leads to a turnover in that case. But if his throat Noblar lands on my guy, it doesn't. The rules are kind of weird in that area, but I mean, it's good for us, of course. Ah, bummer. No chance there. So I'll obviously not block here. And who do we score with now, though? That's a question. Because he could run this in instantly. And getting our other Skaven close to a level up would be nice, but once again, I kind of want to go for the Blitzer to get them claw sooner or later and tackle, but we probably can afford to blitz like this and just focus on on hurting them with our Mighty Blow guys and score with others. He moves over to there. We will follow, yes. Didn't get through the armor. And I'm gonna take the risk and block him. Which works, okay. Because with sidestep he could have put himself next to us again. Should we... I think we're just gonna cover the ball with him. And then I am going to try and score with the lineman though, instantly. Yeah, there we go. That helps. So now we're 2-0 in the lead. And that basically should seal the match mostly. Okay, both KOs stay out again. So I failed all of 3 KO rolls right now. And that was a very short visit of Bomber Dribble Snot. So we're okay with that. That might actually put him below 11 players now overall. We're still there. But, well, not just barely. We actually have 1 more player in reserve. Yeah, he had a bench of 3, so now he's down to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. So now we're already at an advantage. And I don't really... I mean, it's a bit of weird back and forth, because my first thought was now, okay, how can I now try to maximize this for SPP, which is kind of an asshole thought to have, probably, because that just means, okay, I've got no challenge anymore. Let's see how much I can milk this, if I really wanna say it that way. But let's also face it, it's kind of the reality, weirdly enough. But I also should still take this seriously, because just because we're in a very comfortable position right now doesn't mean we can't get hurt anymore. So I don't know. I mean, it still probably means just keep doing what we're doing, go after the Noblars, because sooner or later they are just gonna go down. The Ogres are still, my god, so unreliable. And if we get lucky, we get to remove one of them. And he just has the worst dice rolls against us, basically. I mean, he does get some POWs, but they just so far haven't done much. And then I keep always saying that. I mean, you might argue that I'm starting to do this on purpose when it's always when he goes for my goblins. I really don't. It's just the thing that him doing that action and me not seeing what it leads to is just him starting the blitz against the goblin just makes me talk about that hasn't really worked so far yet. So we're naturally led to that point, and then it just ends up being the comical effect when exactly at that point we lose a goblin, basically. But I don't really do it on purpose in that way. It's just it always works out in that direction, because he's just... I start talking about it because he's doing it. And yeah, I hope you understand. I don't know how to explain things right now. The right words elude me. So a good thing is these 2 guys don't have tackle zones right now, which means we actually possibly already have an angle, assuming he doesn't close it, which he needs to. Yeah, so he needs to bring... Okay, he didn't. It's 2 GFIs. But is that an issue for us? I don't think so. So he's gonna move over first. We're gonna use him as a roadblock for a change. And let him do his thing. Then I'm just gonna set up some screens here. A little bit. You know what? No, we'll switch these 2. Yeah, he forgot about the bonehead. I assumed as much. But I still can't really ignore that chance, of course. Let's see. Can we make the 2 GFIs first of all? 1 is good, number 2 is good, and then we get the knockdown. Yeah, he really needed to close down that side. Down there is expected, of course. And we get a stun. Okay, the scatter is pretty bad though. We won't be able to do anything with that. We get... Not with these guys. Okay, so... No, he's gonna be right there. I'll keep him in the middle. We don't really know yet where he's going to go, and then we are going to dodge him out to here. I've got my two-heads goblin left, which we can also use to put ourselves next to this Noblar, I think. There we go. And then one more. Question is how risky I want to move him, basically. No, this is fine. It's actually just one dodge. I don't need to pick up the ball right now. It would be a 5+ pickup anyways, plus the 2+ GFI. And let's see. So, I mean, this is basically why me thinking that and saying that made me feel kind of weird, but it's still the fact. We're focusing. He's in a horrible spot right now, so we can try and milk this for as much as possible, which is why I'm trying to go for as many touchdowns as well. The injuries are on the side; those aren't guaranteed, but the touchdowns we know that those give SVP, but we don't know if we get injuries. We know we have a decent chance of getting through the armor, but then we still need a good roll there to actually get some injuries. So maximizing our touchdowns here seems like the reasonable thing to do. I mean, also getting the blitz on the kickoff event accelerated things so much, of course. And him now continuously getting boneheads on these guys is also just not good. Trying to chain push the ball away? Or... I mean, he probably wanted to knock him down, then push him up to there so that he can just pick it up. Now he might push him there and his Noblar on the ball so that he can try to get a better scatter, but that could also backfire and be good for me, of course. Let's see. Okay, it goes down into his... Oh, yeah. I'm happy that I've got my troll right into his way now. That's actually something... It's, for one, kind of funny. This guy catching it, and also kind of problematic right now, because knocking down a Strength 5 player is infinitely harder than a Strength 1 player. I do have the tools for the job, but depending on how he sets up, we're not going to be able to do that as well. Also, he's faster than my troll. Ideally, he'd lose his tackle zone now, or he'd bonehead now, but he doesn't. Okay. Now he's actually not in a bad spot. I think we should be able to work with that still, because I've got players back here. I can get enough assists. And that bonehead one is horrible, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I'm even going to use the troll for blitzing. I'm just going to use him as an assist. I mean, if he makes that, we can't really use him as an assist, in which case we'll go back to him being the blitzer, I think. But let's see how far he can go, because there the Noblar isn't really that helpful yet. Okay, that works though, because he shuts out these guys if he does that. No, he locks down my troll still. Okay. Let's see. Can we get him in there? Can. There is a Noblar right there. So we'll do this block after all. Let's see where he sidesteps. Up to there. Okay. Ooh, lovely. That's good. Then we're just gonna pull back to here. And let's see. So he can already blitz there. basically. But right now, I need one more dodge to make that a 2-die, and now we can go after him. Is he gonna stay back here? I think so for now. Let's see. How do this? We knock him down straight up. Perfect. So just straight up once again next to him. And nope, I will not reroll that. 4+. I've got sure hands. We should be fine to do this. And then I cannot do that because I blitzed. Which means I would... Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do this next. Oh god. Can the troll get another injury? That would be lovely. Or his first in this match. Stun. Let's see, we definitely need to do something about this situation now, though. Question is what exactly, or how exactly do we handle that? 3. You know what, we do this, I think. I'm not sure if that's the right call. But, yeah. Okay, we don't get through there. Would have made this a... it would have made this a 1-die with Wrestle. We had a 1 in 6 chance to actually fail. And just getting him away and following up there as well to get a bit of a help there could have been good. But it's still fine. We didn't get... we didn't break our own armor while failing this. And we still have the ball. But he does have direct access to me. He can blitz me. Depending on the bonehead, at least. Still, we're in a pretty good position here. I mean, what you can say about this match is that whoever got a deciding upper hand first was most likely going to win. If he had gotten to attack first instead of me receiving, and he had knocked out a bunch of my players and injured a bunch of my players, especially some of the key Skaven players, like my Mighty Blow guys, I would have been in trouble. But because I, from the get-go, had the upper hand and managed to keep the upper hand, there was just not much he could do. So, I mean, we've already won. He's not able to score twice, but we've also controlled the match for most of the time. I mean, the Blitz event helped, obviously. And this is now back to a back and forth, and he just KO'd one of the Skaven, which is a start for him at least. But we'll have to wait and see what this will be ultimately. Because now getting the ball is gonna be a cluster truck. And he rolls another one. My god. That's horrible for him right now, since that allows me to move him away. And just go after one of the Noblars. I could also just use him, basically. No, he brings one of the other Ogres in there. So, we're back to square one in that regard, at least. But still. Okay. Yeah. That's actually a good move. It's fairly risk-free, because the double one is just extremely unlikely. And that keeps me from following him. Well, assuming he wouldn't move the Ogre, which he ends up doing, but still. I see what he went for with that. Also, dodging is obviously less desirable now. Oh, he's gonna throw a Noblar? Is he actually? On him? Interesting. Let's see what this will be. Nope, he just KOs himself. Okay, sure. So he's running out of Noblars, which is good for us. Which means we will very soon only have to deal with... He still needs to end his turn, doesn't he? Hello? Got nothing left to move. There we go. I'm gonna move my troll first. I still don't really want to be next to these guys, so I'm just gonna move him in defensively. And work on from there. Another KO, so he's down to 1 Noblar, I believe? 2, maybe? Yeah, there's one here, and then there's one right there. That's the one we really can't get. 6+ pick up it. Should have blitzed with the troll, I think. So, wait, 3, 4, 5. This is now a 1 die. A push is good enough right now. Because all I needed was access to the Noblar, basically. Which we now have. Still with the 3 die. Yes, we go into the Lion's Den. The Ogre's Mouth, whatever you want to call it. And yes, that was the greedy person to reroll this. Nice. There we go. Because I think we can afford to. And now we've removed... Yeah, he's got 1 Noblar left right now. So this is now a 5+ pickup. Do I want to take that one? Not yet, I think. I'm gonna do this 1 die as well, which is kinda risky, because we both don't have block. And also, in this case, it also doesn't help us that much, but that means I don't think I'll try to go for the pickup. Not worth it. Because we would need to go in, pick it up, and then dodge out. Or hand off, and I don't have a reroll left for this round, since I used it for blocking. No, he does have... No, that's one of my goblins, okay. He needs 1 more injury and an MVP for the next level up, which could be good. And he just needs 8 more SPP, so a touchdown and an MVP. He's in scoring range right now, so if we get the ball, he's right now... he would be our actual scorer for a change. And not just me always saying, hey, I want to score with my blitzers to get them claw next to their mighty blow. Now I actually would use him because he's in range. I mean, it's 2 GFIs, but still. He would be able to make that the fastest. He knocks him down. And now we might have to use the troll to blitz. To remove a tackle zone somewhere. I'm just hoping that for one he's gonna not be stupid, and second, not be stupid in blocking and not get another attacker down, both down, or a combination of the two. And his dice are still atrocious. He's got so many bonehead blitz failures already. Just, oh god, it's so bad for him. Does he follow here? He does, so... The troll actually blocks this guy, apparently. But right now he also only has 1 tackle zone on the ball, which means I have a 4+ pickup, but he's trying to change that right now. Okay. In that case, I think... we have to risk this. And use him, after all, to go after the last remaining Noblar. Since he's knocked down, he can't really do that. Yes. He's gonna decide to go on the ball, I'm pretty certain about that, because he wants to scatter it in a better position. But I also want him to do that, basically, because I hope that it's gonna end in a better position for me. Not really... well... somewhat better, I'd say. Also means I have to go back on my word there again, because we decided to go with the blocking approach after all. Let's see what my ogre or my troll does. Oh, he gets a god forbid knockdown without knocking himself down in the process. Oh wow, and he injures one. Ooh. Just an MNG though. Well, that's fine. Still helpful though. I mean, it's late in the match, so I can see why he would Apo this now, but I'm not sure I entirely agree with that choice. So we've got our option. It's going right there. We just need to still cover the ball. Do we actually that way? Yeah, let's keep him there. Make the pickup, and then I try to dodge, which we fail, so we use our last reroll here. Try and keep the ball and not go down. Okay, nice. So this guy can get us. That's the break tackle guy. So unfortunately, I actually have to be... No, he can get up to here and then blitz. Crap. Because if I'm here, he's gonna break tackle and blitz me in there, which is why we should not do that. Yeah, I'm doing the weird thing. Going back in, which is super dumb. But I just didn't realize that I should have done that differently. I couldn't figure out without GFIs at least, which I didn't really want to do. Which I should have done because they would have been better. I apologize. That was just dumb. I do not feel okay about my choice there. Yeah, well, what can you do? I don't know, because it was riskier and dumb. I wasted a reroll just to move back in and hand off the ball to lock this guy down from moving. So that we couldn't get served. Oh, and then I also forgot that I didn't see that there was a player next to there, so he already had to break tackle. So I could have actually safely gone there. God damn, am I a smart person. I'm a smart person. I mean, we're still gonna win, but I am not making it easy for myself here to maybe get another touchdown, which is at least a possibility. I mean, now that I'm out of a reroll, not really anymore, but well. At least I recognized my mistake instantly. Doesn't make it better, but I mean, small little steps, small steps, something like that. Yeah, he can now use this to chain push somebody onto the ball and maybe get it to scatter somewhere else, if he wants to do that even. I'm not sure he even wants to do that. Yep, okay. Because right now, me picking up the ball again is gonna be difficult. We probably won't be able to make that. I do have to set up a scoring player this round now, or otherwise we won't, but I can't really start with that. That's the turnover. That actually helps. I'm gonna risk the GFI here instantly. And that's a turnover. Okay, well, that was a short turn. So the reason was I wanted to block with him, to get one of these guys to go up the pitch so that we could use him to blitz this guy and get the ball free, basically. But I need enough assists for that to be able to do that, and he was one of the only guys that could get close enough. So I took the 1 in 6 chance there to instantly just fail my turn. Was it worth it? No. I should have just moved him up the pitch or moved the goblin up the pitch, then blocked and tried to get these guys in there, but I thought I couldn't really move them around well enough, and if we only ended up pushing him, I would have locked myself out of that completely. And then that just, yeah, would not have happened whatsoever. But now we can't score, so I don't think I made the right call there. But, well, what can you do? We can try to hit the Nobla one more time. We can try to hit an Ogre one more time. And then that's it for the match. He might even take the both down here since it's his only chance to... Well, nope. He's got another reroll. to, yeah, get an injury, but luckily we only see the KO there. So... really? Oh, no! Oh, what? Oh, that was the ogre down there that boneheaded. Okay, I see. I got confused there for a moment as to why this guy is suddenly blocking, because I thought he was boneheading. But that was just me being a bonehead, I guess. There we go. And one more injury for the road. Very much. Anything else we would like to do? Yes, we want to set him up as an assist. We want to set him up here. Then the ogre is going to... Oh yeah, I don't have an actual assist yet, so... do this. No! Why am I so stupid? Anybody got any actions? I should have just gone here, or there, or there, or there. Because now it's a 4+, which he fails. I mean, he rolled a 1, so I feel somewhat better about this. But why am I a stupid person? Seriously? I'm amazed that that worked. I don't know why my mind just refused to work in that regard once again. I kept forgetting about that. Hey, he caught it. But it's okay. I don't know. I should know better, and I usually do. I don't know what it is right now, which made me fail that so hard there. But I mean, we rolled a 5 for the winnings, which is awesome. Oh, Violence got the MVP. Perfect. So he's 1 injury away. 1 SPP from getting his next level up. That's so good. Yes, like to confirm. And... I don't think I got a level up out of this, did I? Just have to wait for him to confirm the match, and then we can confirm whether or not I got a level up. But I don't think so. So in our last match, while we wait, basically. Let's first of all, let's see... Okay, we won. And these guys are our opponent in the last day. It's the Dark Elves. Basically. Okay, yeah, so now I move up in first right now, but the other Underworld team, which we played in the first match and instantly destroyed me in the first turn, pretty much, is still undefeated. So right now Lynx is set to win, as long as he doesn't get another tie or get a loss overall. So it's unlikely that I'm going to be able to finish in first place, but at least we're getting close. Yeah, so I didn't get any level ups, unfortunately, but that's okay. And let's see, these guys we are going to play next, though. And that team is already, I do not like what I'm seeing. So first of all, we've got 2 dodge guys, and I don't have tackle yet, which is a problem. We've also got an agility 5 blitzer, so the ball handling is going to be a very big issue for us. And the movement 8 guy doesn't help. Aside from that, this team doesn't offer much. And we are going to be similar in terms of team value. He gets 2 loners. The lineman costs 70k, which will bring up his team value to 1280. I'm at 1290 right now. So we're basically evenly matched in terms of team value, but I have a bench, he does not. I will be fouling, I believe, and all that stuff. So we need to get rid of, especially the agility 5 guy. That just needs to happen. But my team has a bigger damage potential than his. He's faster, he's more agile. And he can also still hurt me because I'm squishy, because we're still ammo value 7 mostly, and stunty and all that stuff. But I think we have a good chance to make that one work as well. I'm mostly worried about the agility 5. But we'll deal with that one somehow. But yeah, for today, that is the stream, and thank you guys all very much for watching, and thank you to my opponent, Aoku, as well, of course, for the nice match.